Once a solicitation carries a CMMC requirement, no certification, no award. Signing an affirmation you can't support isn't a paperwork problem. It's a false claim state problem.
Nothing we ever got was marked CUI. So why would this apply to us?
That's the right question. And the answer is going to bother you a little.
All right, give it to me in one sentence. What is CMMC?
It's the DoD's program for verifying that contractors actually meet the cybersecurity requirements their contracts have required on paper since 2017. The rules aren't new, the verification is.
And level 1 versus level 2, what's the real difference?
The information you touch. Level 1 protects federal contract information, 15 basic requirements you self-assess once a year. Level 2 protects controlled unclassified information. All 110 controls of NST 800-171, and for most contracts, an independent third party verifies it.
FCI? Define it like I'm on a job site.
Anything the government gives you, or you create for them, that isn't public. Your submission logs, RFI correspondence, project schedules, non-public pricing, daily reports on a federal job. If you've ever done federal work, you've handled FCI. Almost everyone has.
And CUI.
Information a law or regulation specifically says must be safeguarded. On construction work, site plans of secure facilities, facility drawings, access schedules, MILCON spec, packages, export-controlled technical data. CUI handling always includes the FCI basics underneath it.
See, this is where consultants lose me. Everybody says it depends. How do I actually know which level is mine?
You don't guess, and you don't take anyone's word for it. Your subcontract clauses decide. Pull your terms and search 5 clause numbers. FFAR 52.20421 alone, you're likely FCI only, level 1. Add DFRAS 7012, CUI is in play, you're on the level 2 track. 7119 and 7020, a current SPRS score is required for award, and 7021 names your level outright. The clause list is the answer, not drawing stamps, not what anyone told you verbally.
Are you seeing every government contract require level 2 now, or just some?
Not all. The level tracks the information, not the contract. FCI only work carries level 1. CUI work carries level 2. Clause 7021 names it in the contract. The rollout is phased. Requirements started appearing in new solicitors November 10th, 2025. Third-party certification becomes the level 2 standard November 10th, 2026. Here's the part that matters for a sub. The requirement flows down based on what actually reaches you. You can hold level 1 on a level 2 prime contract if you only receive FCI.
Okay, here's my real problem. Are all drawings and blueprints CUI? On past government jobs with our prime, I never saw a sheet marked CUI. Why would we need level 2 if we're not receiving CUI?
That's the most important question you'll ask today. Your instinct is sound. Not all drawings are CUI. Flooring often touches finished schedules and general arrangement drawings. That's often FCI, not CUI. But here's the part that bothers people. Unmarked does not mean not CUI. Drawings cross the line when they show secure or controlled areas or base distribution statements. Don't assume either way. Get a written CUI determination from your prime for every job. Either answer protects you on paper.
So even if my prime never told me I handle CUI, I'm not off the hook.
Correct. Identifying CUI in the flowdown is the prime's responsibility under 7012. But The safeguarding obligation lands on whoever holds the data. That's you.
We're 38 people, small shop. This really applies to us?
Yes. The rule applies consistent requirements to every subcontractor handling FCI or CUI. There's no small business exemption. But there's a smaller level 1 path if you're FCI only, which describes a lot of trade contractors. Maybe you?
When does this actually take effect?
It already has. Phase 1 started November 10th, 2025. Self-assessment requirements are in solicitations now, and the DoD can already demand third-party certification at its discretion. Phase 2 is November 10th, 2026. Third-party Level 2 certification becomes the standard. Phase 3 follows in 2027.
And if we just do nothing?
Two things. Eligibility first. Once a solicitation carries the requirement, you cannot be awarded that contract without the status posted. No certification, no award. The second one is worse. Misrepresenting your compliance, posting a score or an affirmation you can't support, carries false claims act exposure. That's a far more expensive problem than compliance ever was.
That sounds like consultant fear talk. Why can't I just wait until a contract forces it?
You can. The math just works against you. Level 2 readiness takes 3 to 6 months of real work. Roughly 80,000 defense contractors are expected to need certification against a limited pool of certified assessors. Everyone who waits for a deadline competes for the same assessor calendar. I'm not selling urgency. I'm describing a queue.
My current contract doesn't have any CMMC clause. Doesn't that protect me?
Only on that contract, and only until it's modified or recompested. And if 7012 is in your subcraft, the 110 control obligation has been live since December 2017. CMMC didn't add controls. It added verification.
Walk me through level 1. What does it actually require?
The 15 basic safe dating requirements in FAR 52-204-21. Limit access to authorized users. Control your connections and removable media. Patch your systems. Run malware protection. Sanitize media before you dispose of it. Fundamentals. A well-ran IT environment already does most of this.
Third-party auditor?
No. Level 1 is an annual self-assessment, plus an affirmation signed by a senior official, both posted in SPRS, the Government Supplier Performance Risk Systems. No assessor, no certification body.
Any wiggle room? Partial credit?
None.
Level 1 has no POA and M, no remediation plan option. All 15 requirements must be met at assessment time. Lower bar, but pass-fail.
How long? How much?
For a typical small contractor with a managed environment, 3 to 4 weeks of structured work. Scoping, the gap review, fixing the short list, documentation, the SPRS package. The DoD's own rule estimates a small entity's assessment effort at roughly $6,000 of internal cost.
And I repeat it.
Every year, assessment and affirmation both.
All right, level 2, full picture.
All 110 security controls of NIST 800-171, Registration 2, assessed against 320 individual objectives on every system that touches CUUI.
And note, Revision 2, not Revision 3. Rep 2 is the operative standard under the DoD's active class deviation. Anyone building you to Rev 3 is building you to the wrong document. Self-assess or third party?
The clause decides. Some Level 2 contracts allow self-assessment. Most require a C3PAO, a certified third-party assessment organization. From November 2026, that becomes the standard. Safe planning assumption on the Level 2 track, build to the C3.PAO standard from day one.
How's it scored?
Out of 110 points, with weighted deductions, 1, 3, or 5 points per unimplemented control. The floor for conditional status is 88, with every remaining gap on a competent remigation plan, and certain controls have no partial credit at all, including a complete system security plan. No SSP, the assessment doesn't even start.
Conditional versus final?
Conditional means you cleared 88 with a limited list of allowable items on a POA&M and a 180-day clock to close them. Final means everything's met outright. Miss the 180 days and conditional is gone. We aim clients at final, conditional only as a deliberate bridge.
Everyone keeps saying SSP like I should know it.
System security plan. The master document, your environment, your CUI boundary, how each of the 110 controls is implemented. Assessors treat it as the entry ticket. It's also the one document most small contractors have never written.
And POA and M?
Plan of action and milestones. The formal, dated remination plan for anything not fully implemented. Only certain lower weight items are eligible. The highest weight controls are not. And the clock is always 180 days.
Say I get certified, how long does it hold?
3 years, with an annual affirmation by a senior official in between. It's a posture you maintain, not a plaque for the lobby.
Where does all this get recorded?
Self-assessments go into SPRS through the PIIEE portal. C3PAAO results into a system called EEMAS and flow to SPRS. Contracting officers check those systems, not your website.
Can I fence this off? I don't want 110 trolls on every laptop my estimators carry.
You can, and scoping is the highest return decision in the whole effort. A defined CUI enclave, a bounded set of systems, users, and data flows, keeps the 110 controls off your entire network. The rule defines 5 asset categories. Get those right early, and this is a contained project instead of an enterprise-wide one.
Our email and files are all on a commercial cloud. Problem?
It can be one of the most common blockers we find and the most expensive to discover late. Cloud services storing CUI must meet FedRARC moderate or equivalent, and the encryption protecting CUI must be FAFSA validated. Commercial tier tenants frequently fail both. We check this in the first hour, not the 10th week.
All right, bottom line me. What does level 2 readiness cost?
Large firms typically quote $90,000 to $150,000 and up. Our fixed fee level 2 readiness assessment runs $28,000 to $45,000 over 10 to 14 weeks, depending on complexity. And the price is published on our site before you ever call. The C3PAO assessment itself is a separate cost, paid to the assessor. Budget it independently.
Half the big firm price makes me suspicious, not comfortable. What's the catch?
Fair. The difference is a documented AI augmented delivery model. It compresses roughly 180 hours of traditional engagement work to about 60, and we pass the difference through. 2 commitments come with it. In writing, every AI workflow is disclosed, and CUI never touches a commercial AI service. Evidence processing runs on local offline tooling only. You can audit both.
Why can't my regular IT guy just handle this?
Sometimes he can for level 1, rarely for level 2. This is an assessment discipline. Control interpretation, evidence sufficiency, scoping calls, knowing what an assessor will actually accept. And it benefits from someone independent of the systems being judged. We deliberately don't act as anyone's MSP. The advice stays independent.
Do you have recommended consultants or C3PAO providers?
One structural point first, because it protects you. The firm that certifies you cannot be the firm that prepared you. CyberAB, conflict of interest rules separate the assessor role from the consultant role. That's why we do readiness only and never assessments. For the certifying side, the CyberAB marketplace is the authoritative directory. And timing matters. Assessor capacity is limited against the number of contractors who will need it. Get in queue early, not late.
Every consultant I've ever met ends the meeting the same way. So go ahead, pitch me.
No pitch. Here's the first step, and it's free. A 60-minute readiness checkpoint. You bring your contracts and your environment. We run a structured diagnostic against the actual requirements. Within 48 hours, you get a one-page written finding summary, yours to keep, act on yourself, or ignore. And you should know this before you book. Roughly 1 in 5 companies who take that call hear from us that they don't need our services. Their situation is simple enough to handle in-house, or a different kind of firm is the right fit. If that's you, we'll tell you which one you are, in writing. Either way.
That's the first thing anyone said today that I fully believe.
The Infinite Paradigm, practical CMMC readiness for the defense industrial base.